I hope you beautiful lot. My name's Jason, and this is You Put the Boom Boom Into My Heart. This is my 80s podcast. If you thought that intro was good, take a look at this. Absolutely brilliant. Boom, boom! I hope you beautiful lot. My name's Jason, and this is You Put the Boom Boom Into My Heart. This is a different one. This is so I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna call this one uncensored. Because you're allowed to swear. So you're allowed to swear. I mean,
not live TV.
I mean, not the words that Karen uses, like cunt and slag. She loves that sort of word, so we can't use.
No.
Right, so we're going to talk about as the new E-Man's coming out. So we're going to talk about the 1987
by
E-Man.
the way.
It what?
It looks good, by the way.
The new one.
I'm going to go and watch it for the plot.
I have to be honest. I was saying that I thought, you know what? It looks like the new E-Man would be really good for like a pot. Just to get your teeth in, literally your teeth into something.
He's literally fast, isn't he? Oh my goodness! Right, yeah. Sorry.
But like we're talking like the 1987 one. So we've watched this, haven't we? I mean, we watched the 1987.
We challenged you, didn't we? We did. We gave you a challenge of films to watch, and I said you've got to watch this, and yeah. Your face says it
twice. I watched it twice. I did watch it. No, honestly, I did watch it twice. And all I remember, like I said before, I mean, it's an old film. I mean, the clothes are probably a bit like, they're probably as old as Karen, if we're being really honest. I mean, that's not a nice thing to say, but do you know?
I consider myself a little bit of Courteney Cox in the time.
Jason, I think, yeah, you do look a bit like Courteney Cox.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know what Courteney Cox looks like now, would you, to be fair? If we're being really honest, you wouldn't. She doesn't look like that now. Right, Come on, let's get on with it. Right, so we're going to talk about one of the most... Well, I did some like fun facts, so I didn't realise, because when I watched this, I mean, I watched this and I can't say, with open mind, I was going to say, and I watched this, and I do like Dolph Lundgren for me was the only. But what I found really bizarre when you watched it is because I kept thinking, when I've watched this before, I kept thinking, why have they not got like the cat in it? And I didn't realise that they'd run out of money. Honestly, I've got something in it.
In the alleyway somewhere.
No, and it said on there, and it said because there was on here, it was saying the reason they ran out of budget. So because I
heard they've run out of budget.
Yeah, but that's what. What I couldn't get my head around was why when you used to watch He-Man as a kid, He-Man lived in his own He-Man world. And why did that? And then I did some research, and they ran out of money again. So the reason they couldn't film in Eternia or wherever it was,
yeah, they wanted some
It's where He-Man lives, and it cost too much money, so they had to come to Earth.
California.
Is that what it was called? Athena? Was it called Athena?
Athena. But they wanted to film abroad somewhere in like where there was castles and stuff. And they ran out of money, so they had to film it in California, and they shut this whole street off for weeks.
But how cheap would that? And I didn't realise, Battle Cat. That's what I was thinking of. So things like Battle Cat and Cringer and Orca, the little ghost, because they'd run out of money. I mean, I did think when I watched that, I kept thinking that's nothing like E-Man, because they had all that. You had all that, and it's like they had like Man of Arms, didn't they? And Teela.
Yeah.
And what was it? The Sorcerer. The Sorcerer looks half dead anyway.
But do you know what he reminds me of as well? Have you ever seen the film Pitch Black?
Yes.
There's a necromancer in the ship, that reminded me of that. I don't know why. I just kept looking at it, I think she's going to start floating across the stage or something.
I tell you what, I mean, when she got older, I just thought, could you make this woman any older than what she already looks? But
she looked rough at the end, didn't she?
I mean, when you watch it, I think for people to watch it, I mean, I loved it, and I enjoyed it. I love is a strong word. You know what I mean? I love gin more. I love gin more than love that.
Cheesy. Fantasy, escapism, kind of. I mean,
cheesy.
Like
it was dripping with Edam.
You got to think about, right? So when it come out, I would have been. Oh God, now I've got to remember. 20.
Now she's got to go back to the 50s.
I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s when it came out. So, I was quite impressionable, and I thought Dolph Lundgren was pretty hot. And I kind of liked it for that.
I didn't realize. The thing is I didn't realize that this film literally, Karen, cost, was it 22 million? No, 22 million to make, and they only made 12. It made more money on video. For them people out there, video, so. VHS video.
I imagine so. But even like the sets were bad, weren't they?
Oh God, fucking Jesus! I'm swearing now. Jesus Christ!
The sets. They were like coronations. No, crossroads.
Prison Cell Block H used to go like that when you banged on them. And it was just, but that's the thing is, a lot of it was to do with money, wasn't it? And they couldn't afford it. And it's like, and I didn't realize like the end fight scene with Dolph Lundgren character and Skeletor was filmed on a little stage.
Yeah.
And then they put all the other stuff behind them.
Do you know, I was thinking last night, every time I kept looking at him, Skeletor, he must dread that, because he's a pretty good actor, that guy. And he's been in a lot of mafia films, and he's gone on to do great things. And I bet he looks at this one of them and thinks, "Why do they have to keep bringing that out?"
Well, do you know? One of the researchers did it. He said he actually loved doing that role.
But his face looked like melting candle wax, didn't it? God. It was like
his face looked like he did a makeover.
It was just it was so bad. And when he was trying to talk. But didn't he have a squeakier voice in the cartoon?
Well, I mean, I'm not being funny. In the cartoon, him and He-Man were each other. I'm telling you, I don't care what anyone says.
Because he used to go, Skeletor!
He was a little bit more high pitched, weren't he? But I and the thing is, they all just wore like little lawn cloths, didn't they? And this one had all the big stuff on it, and I get that you can't, but you could have done. I mean, people in the 80s wore less clothes. I mean, you said, what's that group that used to dance on Top of the Pops? I mean, they stood there.
Oh, Legs and Co.
I mean, Legs and Co. I've seen more clothes on a prostitute. Not that I've ever been to a prostitute.
Well, they used to be trans people, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
But I tell you what, though, he started to, the more he was talking through it, the more he was reminding me of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dolph.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? When he was like, "It's okay, you'll be okay."
Well, I didn't realise that they were going to ad lib someone else on that, because they didn't think it took him he had 3 chances to be able to get it right, because they didn't think he'd be able to. No, because he's Swedish, isn't he? So I'm Sweden.
He's not. Is he
from Sweden?
Is he?
I know, but he might not. But do you know what I noticed as well? A lot of the camera shots when he was fighting with his sword were right on his rippled body and on his nipples and on his chest. I thought
that's when it sounds.
I said the cameraman's either gay or literally is probably sat on his. But you can zoom in so much now, but I don't know. I think for me, and I didn't realize as well. Did you know, like, all the people got shot and no one died? That was due to Mattel. So Mattel, who made He-Man, they told them that they didn't want any human beings being killed in the film. So that's why most of the ones that got shot were like robots, weren't they?
Yeah, but there was quite a lot of. It's funny now watching it again, not as a fun thing, but watching it again as trying to pick it to pieces.
Pick bits out of it.
I kept thinking, well, little things kept coming up, like the soldiers reminded me of the stormtroopers.
Yeah. Did you know what made me? The opening scene of it? So when you had all that music, which sounded like something, like you said, something from Superman, something from Star Wars.
And all the lights and everything.
Yeah, but the opening scene, when it opened up and those people walking through the sand, that's exactly what that... I mean, I've never been a massive Star Wars fan, but I've seen them all. And that's what that reminded of me. And I think...
Yeah, and he was like Darth Vader, wasn't he? When he was coming down the aisle with his cloak on, I was thinking, that's just Darth Vader storming down the thing with his second in command.
Camp as Christmas. That's all I've got. And it was, and at the end when he changed into all that all that different gold. I thought, gee, look at her. She's got a gold on now. She's fine. She's not bothered about it.
Bit of bling. Never.
But that's all she wanted. No. But she had a lot on it. I keep calling her she, but Skeletor had loads on. But it was just, and it was for me. It was, I mean, Evil. I didn't realize the actress that played Evil, and then they had her because of her different coloured eyes in real life.
She got beautiful.
She has
stunning
her eyes. Her name's Meg something. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that her name?
Yeah.
But she was. I mean, even Evelyn wasn't is evil. I mean, she's got Courteney Cox like that, didn't she?
Well, it's funny the play on the words there, isn't it? Evelyn. Evelyn.
Yeah. Evelyn. Yeah.
It's a
and
name.
That's what it was for.
Yeah. Do you know what kept cracking me up was when they were calling things. They were calling like they was going in a pass on. Pass-gon. We're in a pass-gon. We'll be there in a pass-gon. And I was like, what's a pass-gon? What does that mean? Is that a second? I'm in it.
What was that little thing? Oh, Gwildor, that little tiny thing. What was it called? The cosmic key.
Yeah, that took him 3.5 hours to get into that makeup. Every day.
Jesus Christ.
3.5 hours.
I mean, the worst thing on there for me was that ugly thing with the white hair. What the hell was that?
Karg.
Is that what his name? It's like when he stood there when he broke into that Gwildor's home, more near the start, and he stood there. He went, "Find the key and tear this place apart." And he's just saying he's spitting.
Oh yeah. But he was running with that like fur cape down the. Oh God. Like little.
Do you know what made me laugh? When I watched it, when you watch it, like I said, when you watch it the second time. And to pick it apart, and it's like when they're running with these. I expect them to pull the capes over the shoulder like some old, because they're running with these capes, aren't they? Down the.
But they were pretty useless bunch of mercenaries, weren't they? Really?
Oh, do you know? I've seen so many things. I mean, the best one. What was making me laugh? Some of the stories, like when they were shooting them laser guns, and He-Man just went like that with his. As he was fighting, he went like that, and one of them bounced off it. And the only thing I wanted in there, I wanted him to stand there and go by the power of Grayskull and point his sword to the cat, but he didn't.
What made me laugh?
To Battle Cat.
He was big, wasn't he? He was obviously big.
Yeah.
He had muscle. Why did he need a flipping sword?
Because everyone else had got swords and guns. I think that's why He-Man had.
I have the power. So what power? Because you had the power before, so why did you have to wait till the end to suddenly say I got the power?
Well, the power's in the gun, isn't it? In the gun.
In the sword. Yeah, but he didn't do that till the end.
Have you not watched no, I know, but the clip of the new one shows you about the sword, doesn't it? A lot of it tells you about that. But this one, but that's the thing. But that's the
point.
I think you find out about that one. But I think with the 87 one, I think, like I said, because it was so, for me, it was so rushed as well. I mean, they said it was. And I didn't realise they were going to do a second one.
I know, but Dolph Lundgren refused to be in it, didn't he?
Yeah, well, and they used the money to do Jean-Claude Van Damme in what was it called? Cyborg. He did Cyborg. I think they spent them. I mean, that was not brilliant at all as well. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
have you not?
Jean-Claude Van Damme has got by from pure being his gimmick, isn't he? Because I don't rate him an actor either.
No, he's not. But physically, not so much now, but when he was younger, when he used to throw his legs, I mean, he had an arse you could eat your dinner off, I'm afraid.
He could do splits, couldn't he? He was literally like...
he could do the splits, and it was just...
Yeah, holding the shopping.
The thing is, they still try and do it now, don't they? That's the worst thing about it. They still try and do the same stuff now that they did then. And it's like, when you watch some of these... When you watch some, you think, oh, please stop. Please don't do it. Please don't. I mean, to be honest, but that's why I love about Cher, because like Cher said, I can always remember Cher saying, if you're going to come to my concert, you people want to hear the songs that I've sung. They don't want to hear them slowed down. They don't want to hear me sat on a chair singing them. And I suppose, I mean, whether she's touring again, but I suppose, she's 80 next year. So is it this year? It's this year. It must be this year.
Must
in
be.
May. I sound like a stalker because I know when her birthday is.
Tell you what, though, going back to the film, there was a funny bit in it that I had to write it down because it made me laugh so much.
Is that when the credits come on?
And I had to check their ages because I thought I don't want this to feel like it's a bit weird. But when he he meets back up with Man at Arms and whatever. And the other one.
And Tila.
He says, "Did you get any luck?" And she says to him, "Not as much as you, apparently." With Courteney Cox. And I was like, really? There wasn't no romance. She's got a boyfriend.
Her boyfriend was there. She made. I mean, the best thing about that, I remember. All I kept thinking, I bet she ran to work. You know, some of the scenes where she runs at him and he gives her a hug and she's laying her head in his chest. I thought, I'd have done take after take for that.
She was 22.
Absolutely, I'd have made that last. Is that all she was?
22, and Dolph Lundgren was 28. Because I had to check it because I thought, well, if they're sort of insinuating that there's something might be going on, I want to check their ages first because she looked very young.
You thought,
there's something.
Nearly said something else.
And the guy, the Lubick, the policeman. Do you know where he? Do you remember what he was in?
Was he the bold bloke?
Yeah. Do you recognise him?
No, I always thought he was. I know where he's from, Summit, but I can't remember.
He was. He was the teacher in Back to the Future.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'd never.
Somebody, I can't remember his name now, but he was the one that called him a slacker.
Oh God, was that?
Yeah, it was the same bloke.
See, always a school day, Karen.
Yeah,
from a teacher, always a school day. But I have to be honest. As much as you laugh about it, I mean, they are. I mean, 80s. I mean, the special effects were just fucking. I'm sorry, shocking. They were just. They were like something I'd made. It was like, do you know what it was like? It was like you could have. It was the bits, the bits when they're flying up in the air on that like spacey thing, whatever it's called. And you just think you can tell it's not real.
And then when they were in the cave, it's like we could go through the secret passage. Oh, of course you've got a secret passage.
Of course you have.
Of course you
Everyone's got one of them. Secret passage.
And then they just get in there just at the minute that they smash through the doors, and then this rock door closes up, and there's not a hint of a secret passage anymore.
That made me laugh at the beginning when they broke into that. What's it called? Gwildor's house, and he went out someone's back passage. I was going to say. He went out the back passage bit, and when he shut the door, you could tell it was like that. You could tell it weren't real brick.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
It was just like I don't know what, but all of those kind of 80s things, Space 1999, everything was supposed to be technical, and obviously it was to us. It was advanced to us because when we were talking about having a television with 3 channels. So, and we had to get up and turn it over.
And I think that's why, if you'd have watched it, I'm glad I watched it when we watched it. It's like one of my other podcasts I did with Mark. He did obviously a one, and he said if I'd have watched that in the 80s, I'd have got it.
Yes,
I'd have been there, and I'd have been in that zone. Because as much as it was a great film, he said you don't seem to connect with it so much as you get older as you did. I mean, it's like when you watch like. I can remember watching that in the 80s when it first came out, and you thought it was incredible.
Absolutely. Well, it's like the first Superman, isn't it? I mean, you looked at the very first Superman with Christopher Reeve. Now, he's a legend as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
And I've loved the Supermans after, but he, for me, is Superman.
He was a Superman.
But it's, when he sort of stood in the middle of the street and put his arms out, stand aside. And then suddenly he went, jong, jong.
Yeah. And that's it. And it's like, but I suppose they didn't have the technology then, like what we've got now. I mean, I'm not being funny. You can make, it scares me. You can make pictures move.
Well, absolutely. And, when he was flying, it was all superimposed, wasn't it? So you had that little edge, bit like when you take your green screen.
Yeah, because I noticed that a lot in the Dolph, in the,
when he was on that, that thing,
and even when he came in at the end, when he came to Earth with all, I mean, I'm not being funny.
I'm not even sure that was him on that thing. I think it was a plastic doll. I don't even think it was him flying around. To be honest,
I don't think so.
I think it looked like like Thunderbirds. It was something.
But the one thing I mean, for me, every time I always say is when I say when you watch that's why I'm open with the new one. It's when you watch Skeletor, he's as camp as Christmas. He's very, but he's very in the cartoon. I mean, the cartoon is high, like you said, he's high pitched, isn't it?
Yeah,
his voice is high pitched,
and that's why.
He doesn't do leg day. He's not done a leg day in years.
Oh.
But it's like when
he's skeleton, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking idiot. I think. Jason, wake up. I didn't even get that. I was going to go, oh, it's not got a leg day. And there's a skeleton. There's always one clever cat. But with him, it's like, in the cartoon, he was high pitched and he was camping. I mean, I'll get you, E-Man. I'll get you. And I thought, you want E-Man. You want his muscles. Don't you tell me you don't.
He always, in the cartoon, he always reminds me of the villain in Smurfs.
Who's this? I've not watched the Smurfs. You've been watching the Smurfs, Karen. Karen's been watching the Smurfs, everybody, on her own. She can't even say she's got younger kids because she hasn't.
No, I don't. I've got no qualms whatsoever. I don't care.
Absolutely. Good old Smurf. I think I've watched the original one. And the what? What did you say? And the what?
I said I've got no morals.
I thought you said on the knobs. I was thinking, where are we going with it? Karen's telling me she's got no knobs. I thought, I didn't realise he used to be called a bloke called Keith. I shouldn't say Keith, we know a few Keiths. I thought you said, oh my God. You said that. So I thought you said knob.
Stop it. You keep saying it. Just stop
all right,
it.
Knob.
Get out of your system. Oh, for goodness sake.
I've said it now. Knob.
Nobody knob.
A knob of butter and a knob of cheese. I'll say that. But yeah, so I have to be honest. I did like it. I can't say I don't like it.
What would you give it out of 10 then?
Fucking hell. I wasn't say 2. No, I'd probably give it about 5. I've seen worse. Yeah. I mean, I've been made to watch like Killer Tomatoes and all that sugar that's coming out. And
I am not.
Karen.
No.
I swear that film we'll do that one. That film rocked is my brain.
Is it on
honestly,
YouTube?
No, I don't know. I'm sure she got it off. I'll have to ask her. I can't remember where she got it from. You could watch bits of it on there. It's got George Clooney. I can't remember. It's Return of Summer. But don't. Honestly, that game, that was one of those where you're sitting there going. I mean, I must admit, I watched He-Man. When I watched it a while ago on the other one, but when I watched it,
I gave you a better one, didn't I? I gave you a better one.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of a story to it.
Even though it sounded like the theme tune, it had a theme tune, another theme tune. It sounded like a theme tune to something else. Superman and
Star Wars.
It did because as soon as I heard it, I thought of Star Wars. That's what and then
had in Superman, it's got the flashy lights that come on at the beginning, round the edits. And
I'll have to try and get. I'll have to try and get this snippet of the sound because it was the bit where it made me laugh when, one of the bits in the film that made me laugh when they took over Castle Grayskull and Evelyn went, we've done it, and then Skeletor went, I have done it.
Yeah. What's this we?
I. It was like, as he said that, I expect him to flick his hair like that.
Nobody told him there's no I in team.
No, exactly. But even with that, he was. I do love the fact that they've made. He's very like, but there's a little bit of campness in there, and that's what the cartoon was like.
Yeah.
But it was the end bit. It was not the end bit. It was the there's a bit in the credits at the beginning when they're talking about it, and then he goes, Castle Grayskull, He-Man, Castle Grayskull. I just thought, that's what I wanted to hear, and it's like when I watch this one, you don't hear that as much. Like I have the power, and then the lightning, and I think that's what disappointed this film for me when I watched it years ago, because obviously I was an avid fan of the cartoon, and I know and it's not until obviously you get older you find out that the budget was shit and all that. You don't know that as a kid, do you? You just think, someone had
a good idea and said, right, let's make this into a film, and then just didn't realise how much it was going to take, because them days they didn't have the money to go and do these science fiction cracking sets and stuff. They just didn't have it.
And the thing is, like you said, I mean, as much as you can mock it now, the technology was just not as. I mean, it was incredible for us. I remember, like you said, when you used to have VHS and you went on to like the compact CDs.
Yeah, I mean, that was like that. I was going to get one of them laser guns. You can't. All you can go is pew pew, can't you? You can't really do much else.
Nothing shoots out of them. And I remember as a kid, I was having all the that's all it is. It's just a time light.
The light shines on the wall, and my mum used to say, "Get out of my eyes."
Absolutely. So, what would you give it out of 10?
Do you know what?
If you say 10 out of 10, I'm going to tip that fucking coffee all over your
I did. The first time round, I would say on the first time round, when I first watched it when I was in my 20s, I probably would have put it at about an 8. But now I've seen it, and obviously we've got better, I would probably be like you, probably a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, fingers crossed for the new one, because with the technology now, that should be absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping. The only thing that annoys when I've seen clips of that is that they've still brought them into our time, haven't they? And that's what I hate, because when you watch He-Man, I know people thinking it's not me being an obsessive He-Man fan. It's just the fact. It's just the fact that it's just that's where everything. They never came to fucking Earth. You know what I mean? They always stayed in Eternia. I forgot what it was called now. I used to be a massive He-Man fan. Utopia or something, isn't it?
Eternia.
So that's where everything happened, and I get in the 80s that you can't do that because of all the money and everything. But nowadays, you should be able to make them scenes. You know what I mean? I'm hoping.
In the new one,
I'm gonna let you watch it first.
He doesn't start off as He-Man, does he? He just starts off as a normal guy, and then they tell him he's He-Man. Apparently,
his name's Prince, isn't he? His Prince. Is a prince,
but it's like normal life or something, and then they come along and go, "Oh, you're."
All I'm hoping for, as a gay man, is that his sister's in it. She-Hulk. She's not. She weren't in that one, and she was his twin sister.
I know.
She was his twin sister. And that's what I could never get my head around. It's his twin sister, and they're not. You know, I want to remake.
Clearly busy fighting someone else.
She just left him, got his head kicked in, did she? Who do you want? But that, you know what I mean? And I'm just hoping now we've got He-Man coming on, the new one. I'm hoping, do you know, I'm praying. Why have they not made Thundercats? I love Thundercats. And that's a good one, because that's all. I mean, I'm not being. Look what they do with Avatar. You can use all that stuff for Thundercats, because they're all cats, aren't they?
Who's it going to appeal to, though? Because it's not.
Me.
Well, you love it. Yeah.
Just make it for me. We'll spend absolutely billions, and I'll come and see it once.
Just for me to sit in the cinema and see that.
But there is a lot of people that love, when you go on like some of the 80s things that I do in the 80s. Some people love Thundercats, but I think
kids would love it if they made it decent rating. You know, the kids could go and watch it, because nowadays they're being very clever, aren't they? Because they're making films that are reaching all audiences. You know, so I think, I think people like yourself who've watched it
for me
when they were young, and then the younger generation now, why not expose what we had to put up with?
Just make Thundercats for me. To anyone out there, just make Thundercats. If you can make He-Man, you can make Thundercats.
Why not?
So on a thing, we'll give it 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll give it.
And that's just for the absolute effing cheek that they made it. To be fair, and we were quite lucky. We were quite lucky. I'm making it sound like we were so lucky for this film that they made. But it was just a fight scene. Do you know the fight scenes as well? I just thought it was all
for that, though. You still had to do training for that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being funny.
I'm not sure how.
I mean, Dolph Lundgren's built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. If he came up to you,
and they'd be gone.
Yeah, and especially making this film because he was, like I said, he was 28. Did you say he was quite young still? So he's very young when he did that. But that's what we need to do.
He is lovely though. I still like him now.
Handsome man he was, and he was just. What else was he in? He's been in loads of films.
Loads, yeah. Loads and loads. He's been in a lot with Sylvester Stallone, isn't he?
Yes, he has.
I do love I can't remember what they're called, but
Dolph Lundgren. So what we're going to do now? So Karen, we can have. So what we're going to choose next? We're going to do the Breakfast Club, aren't we? Next.
We are. And we will have a different conversation over that because we'll be fangirling. We'll be dribbling at the mouth.
We'll be absolutely. So, yeah, so that's me and Karen talking about He-Man, Master of the Uniform. So we'll be talking about the Breakfast Club next. So, yes, that'll be so. That is so much.
It's like our favourite, isn't it? It's like
it is. Absolutely. But we are. But if there's anyone out there that want to get us to review any films, we'll watch them. Let us know, and we'll do that for you. We'll sit down and we'll watch them, so you don't have to watch them. Yeah. How brilliant was that? If you love the 80s like I do, please go over to my YouTube channel, my Spotify channel, and Apple Podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart and give us a share. Not the singer share. Not if I could turn back time. Not that share, but just share. Like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, have an amazing day and just show us some love, some 80s love. Have a good day, you beautiful lot.